You are tuned into the Rising Spivey Show. I'm your host, Miss Spivey. Thank you for watching. It's 2012. We are in our third season. I'm so proud and I'm so happy to be here. As my show grows, my team does too. We have two new correspondents now. Bianca Parker and Yvette Lucero have joined the team with a segment called Unleashed with Sparks, and it debuts today. Of course, my right hand man, Brian Hampton, is in the studio with the Lifestyle Entertainment Report. And later on in the show, I'm going to take you all with me to Joy of Motion Dance School, where I take a dance lesson. But first, I have a special guest, Marlon Clark from Imani. So without further ado, let's go. Welcome to the Rising Spivey Show.
Yes, is, and that's on my chest. Miss Spivey is the best, and I can't take credit. I just happen to be blessed. I got a message to share. Listen if you dare. Don't follow the shadows. Look up and see clear. I swear it's like Plato's allegory of the cave. How can I free people who choose to be slaves? I try until they put me in the grave. I promise the world I save. The world I save. I'm at one with the universe, the world is mine. I'm focused on my grind, I'm focused on the climb up the mountain of success. Love and no stress is written in the stars.
Okay, everybody knows who Imani is, and I have the owner and the creator, Marlon Clark, in the building. I told him today it's 2012. I need to be inspired. I want to be motivated. I want to take my business to the next level. Who better can talk about that than him? He's been in business for how many years now, and he's doing great. So let's hear it. How did you get started?
I started out Imani in 8. We focused on designing like a custom cartoon. I wanted to be a cartoonist, but I didn't know how to actually do that. So I actually took the cartoons to clothing, and it did very well for us.
Okay. So I have a question about gaining momentum. Now, your business opened up a store in Capitol Heights in 1998. Well, first of all, tell me how do you think your business created that brand? Why did your brand become so popular?
I actually think it got that way is because it was hard to find. And in an area of tribal identity, I feel like that the fact that it was hard to locate.
Like really, exclusive.
It was
like
exclusive.
You don't know where this is.
It was totally exclusive, and people actually complained about having to try to get there, but when they got there, they were at home. Yeah.
Okay, so what advice would you give to new businesses? Or for instance, we talked off camera about, so often people hear, you got to do it this way, you got to go this way. What do you think about that?
The key is actually identifying what you want to do and writing it all out. Like, I mean, you pretty much end up in business how you start out. So a lot of times people like start doing things and they don't have a clue. They just try to keep going with it, and it doesn't work like that. You have to be able to tell your story. I mean, even down to the colors, the whole scope of what you're trying to do and say as a business. It has to be digested by your workers, your employees, the people that you hire to work for you. You have to be able to, they have to be able to digest what you're trying to say.
Okay, tell me something, because I know that a lot of famous people have worn something, like you mentioned Lady Gaga has worn your shoes. You worked with Rockefeller. Tell us about how you got into the industry. You came from Capitol Heights. How did that happen? How did you?
I mean, music and fashion runs hand in hand. So I mean, you're out and about. The people are just like you. Like you just have to just reach out to them and touch them, and that's it. I mean, if your product is nice, they're gonna come and get it anyways. I think that. I mean, we did work for like so many people, but I mean, I like doing stuff for just regular people. They're the same.
It is a love. Thank you so much, Maurice, for my private dance lesson. I'm going to be back for sure. Actually, dancing is a part of my New Year's resolution. I'm going to take a drop-in class at Joy of Motion every week. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Oh, I
You don't have anything that you're going to try to do?
Continue to be
happy. Yeah. That's a good resolution. Hopefully you don't break it.
I'm not breaking my habit.
Okay. Okay, so tell me, what were some of the hurdles that you experienced as a business owner with Aja?
The hardest thing was to deal with the people that you thought that were your friends. A lot of the things were just trying to business is a continuous motion, and you have to continue to grow your business. You have to have a new set of people always revolving into your business to keep the other people that support you to make them act right, because sometimes there's never enough discount.
There's never enough
It's
discount.
never enough discount. It's always, people will come to you and ask you for a discount, but go into another store and won't even bring it up. But it's just
That's
like,
how we are, though.
yeah, we are like that.
We always want to get over. We wanna
Over,
get, not
but not
5%.
me. But see, that's why I don't want a store right now. My goal right now is to just do what I'm doing online, because the people appreciate and they don't see me, they just see the product. And I believe that's what's making the business grow right now. I love it like that.
No store? Okay. I mean, why not? If you don't need it, then
A store is really just to show the lifestyle of your brand. It took me 10 years to figure that out, but it's like you never see like a Sean John store or certain stores in like every city, and that's for a reason. It's just really for people to be able to walk in the store and actually get a grasp of what you're trying to say as an artist or designer. So right now, I just feel like I like to do it, because online you're able to touch so many people so fast. It's just much easier.
Tell us about the benefits of the internet sales.
The key thing is that, like, if you're a singer or a dancer or you make cakes or whatever, you have to first identify the direction of your brand, and then you have to start like reaching out to people, just people that have a love and desire for to purchase things that you do. You have to get your weight up. In a sense, you have to like get enough friends to be able to support. If you go to a car lot and they have like 4 cars there, of course you're not going to be selling a whole bunch of cars this year. If you go to your Facebook page and it has 5,000 friends and you have 5 other pages with 5,000 friends, now when you say something, it carries more weight.
Right.
So if I show a pair of shoes, just because we have that many people paying attention, then when the people start leaving the testimonials and talking on your wall, people can see other people, making a conscious effort to and showcasing that they like your product, so they get encouraged to purchase as well.
Do you use Twitter too? Okay. All right, so I want to end with this. There's so many young people out there, and again, like I said earlier, it's 2012, and everybody's geared up, and they want to take things to the next level. They want to be better people. They're going to lose weight. They're going to start businesses. They're going to do better in school. When it comes to business, what advice would you give young aspiring entrepreneurs? Because everybody's got to hustle. If you're a promoter, there's DJs, there's rappers, and there's singers. And there's nothing wrong with having a hustle, but give them some advice with how you can be an entrepreneur and get your business right.
I think you have to be like anti-hustle and more pro-business. Like you actually have to write your story and stick with it. Ralph Lauren is the best fashion designer, and year to year to year, he's always he does the best in sales every year, because he never deviates from what he has to say. Everybody that chases trends, by the time you get a demand up for your trend, people, they start copying you, and then it's off to the next trend. People have no loyalty to a trend. Classic style is never going to die.
Well, we can catch you on Facebook, and I want to thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Okay, and for you all, I want you to stay tuned to the Rising Spivey Show. Remember that you can watch us online as well. We're airing in DC and in Maryland, but go to www.risingspivey.com. Happy 2012. We'll see you next time.
I wouldn't mind someone to hold me. Yeah. Out on the road alone, but not lonely. I'm cool with flying solo, wouldn't mind someone to hold me. I know why God has placed me here.